Hello friends, so this is Grandmaster Abhi Ramesh from Chess Gurukul. So in this episode I am going to talk about some of the attitudes or the attributes which make someone a strong chess player, or we can say the champion attitudes. What are the reasons why some players are able to do much better than others in chess? And I believe the features which I will be discussing is equally applicable to other aspects in life as well, but let's look at it from the chess viewpoint. So what are the qualities that one needs to cultivate or one needs to focus more to become a strong chess player? So some of the qualities are it is present within us, you can say, or inbuilt natural attributes, and these things either it is there or it is not there. And there are other qualities which can be learnt and acquired through proper training, through our commitment and determination. So the first and foremost quality I would say is the talent part. Now this is something one is born with and not much can be done about it by the player or the parents, coaches, the environment. It cannot affect how much or how less talent a player has, isn't it? So what we can do with the talent is we can nurture it with great care and affection. And some chess players are naturally born with more talent in chess than others, and this is very obvious, isn't it? And talented chess players know from when they are young that chess comes more easily to them, and if they can combine this with adequate hard work, then they can really go places. What about the less fortunate ones who do not have super talent in chess? What about us? With decent amount of common sense, logical thinking, henceforth, supplemented by a lot of hard work, success is still possible in chess. I have seen many talented kids succeeding, talented kids going nowhere, the less talented ones succeeding, and the less talented ones not going anywhere as well. So it's better to accept whatever talent we as players or as parents, as coaches, we have to accept the limitations in this regard without getting worked up too much about it. So my suggestion would be to focus on other critical aspects which are under our direct control and work on them instead of worrying whether my child, my son or daughter or my student is talented or not. Because this question I have been getting from parents a lot. They want to know before they even make an attempt to become a good chess player, they want to know whether my child has the talent or not. So they feel this is something which can be easily identified, and if there is no talent, there is no point in pursuing in that field. But this approach, the problem is we are not giving any importance to the hard work, the learning aspects, isn't it? Our effort. So it is just like if someone has talent, he can become successful. If they don't have talent, then they won't become successful, something like that. So talent, as I said, is determined more by nature than us. We have to accept who we are and we have to do it gracefully, and we have to focus more on other critical aspects required to become successful instead of constantly worrying about whether we have the talent or not. And talent is like hardware, it cannot be changed that easily. And the other qualities which are also critical to become a champion, they are like software. And this software, we always know that it can be modified according to the needs, isn't it? So we have seen something about the talent part. Now let's go to the other important qualities which a chess player need to become successful. Yeah, the second most important quality or champion attribute I would say is the hard work and the ability to hard work. Now talent to some extent can be compensated by other mental qualities, but nothing can compensate the value of sheer hard work. We should realize that people always say hard work, but they don't say more work. Hard work and more work are completely two different things. I've seen many kids who work for hours together, for years together, but still it does not reflect in their improved analytical abilities or increase in knowledge or drastic improvement in their playing strength. So many kids who spend a lot of time in chess do not show corresponding improvement in their chess strength. I've also seen many kids who do not work as much but still produce good results consistently. They show increase in their chest strength, their analytical ability keeps getting better, at least in the short run. So, hard work, in my opinion, means various things put together. Hard work is giving one's best effort at what one is doing at any given point of time. So, currently, I am talking to you, and it means I should keep my concentration on what I am doing currently. And that is the best way to ensure that I can give my best, isn't it? So, whatever we are doing currently is the most important thing in our life, and our full attention and concentration should be on the current activity. And this is especially important because when we play in a game of chess during a competition, we can be easily disturbed by our thoughts, and thoughts generally they are related to what has already happened in the past. For example, if I had lost a game yesterday, and it can still be bothering me now, my present, right? So my past could be bothering my present. Similarly, now let us say if I make a draw today in this game which I am currently playing, and then let's say I make a grandmaster now, or I have a good chance to win the tournament and so on. So the possibility of the future can also affect the decision making in the present. So these thoughts and emotions, they can disturb our concentration a lot, and the best way to keep our thoughts and emotions under control is by focusing on the present. Basically, a sportsman, this is what they have to learn, how you can consistently bring out your best, and that is what the strong players do, isn't it? When they lose a game, they are able to come back in the next game itself because they don't let their emotions get in the way. So this is very important, and this is not very easily done. So I would say living in the present is also part of hard work, and the ability to learn things that do not come naturally, that do not come easily to us, is also hard work. For example, let us say if I'm an attacking chess player, and I don't like quiet positions, I don't like closed positions, I don't like exchanging pieces going to endgame. I like to keep a lot of pieces and go for an attack. So if this is my nature, then what could happen is, like, I can avoid close positions, I can avoid quiet positions, I can avoid end games, even if they are good from objective perspective. So I will be letting my emotions, my personal likes and dislikes to affect my decision making. I won't be objective in my decision making, isn't it? So even though I don't like some parts of chess because my style is different, then I should still realize that these days, if you want to be a good chess player, you need to be universally good in all the areas. You need to be good in your openings. You should have good memory to remember many opening variations. You should develop good understanding when you prepare openings. You should be able to handle close positions, quiet positions well. You should be able to handle open positions, complex positions well. You should be able to conduct the end game clearly. You should be able to defend in difficult positions. So since chess is not a team game, we should be equipped and we should have the skill to deliver whatever the position demands. Whether we like such positions or we don't like such positions, we still have to keep giving our best. That means we should also have the ability to learn things which I don't like, learn things which does not come easily to me, isn't it? Now this ability is also something very critical, and I would add this as well to the hardworking part, because it's not easy to do things. What is easy is to simply avoid areas which we don't like. For example, if I don't like endgame, what most players do, they simply avoid endgames. At all positions, they try to keep the queens on the board, even when it doesn't make any sense. Because they don't like endgames, they simply avoid. Okay, that is not the solution. And hard work, I would say, is the ability to do the right thing. And many times we are facing choices. You can do something which is easy to do, or you have to do something which is not easy to do, very difficult to do. But many times what happens is the difficult thing will be the correct approach. For example, if I have a complicated position, and let's say I have an interesting sacrifice possible, now I can intuitively take a decision and say, okay, the sacrifice looks good, it might work in my favor, and then simply go for it. Or I can force myself to think more, to go into the details, to calculate the variations and find out whether it is actually good or not, or it's just an impression, it just looks good. But this involves we have to put more effort into analyzing such positions, isn't it? And for many this is difficult. So what they do, instead of going into the details, they simply take intuitive decision and find an easy way out. So I would say hard work is also the ability to choose to do the right thing, even if right thing means it is the toughest of the options before us. Okay? Now, hard work also means